Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that other good, sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. All right. I had a question that came into me about the heat and the heat preparation and all these different things, and how can you tell if your dog can survive in the heat, and what's to watch. And um this is my general rule when it comes to the heat. I don't think you're going to train your dog to be in the heat. I think you can acclimate a dog. When a dog comes from up north, they have to get used to it. So you want to introduce them to it more and more, slowly. So it's almost like when we go to the mountains, your breathing has to change. And so you want to, slowly but surely, introduce them to the heat at different levels, not midday, but take them out in the morning when it's starting to get a little hotter. Keep an eye on them and different things like that. Now, what I will tell you as far as building a dog that can take heat, that's genetics. Some people call me cruel in that manner, but I just don't mess with a dog that can't breathe. And people are like, oh, but you could do this and you could do that. Look, I still believe in survival of the fittest. And if the dog is, right now I live in Texas, and between when I go between Texas and Florida, both places are very, very hot. And right now, this week it's been, 100 plus degrees. My dogs are outside. Currently, what time is it here? Currently, it's like 10 a.m. And I've been up for a long time. But dogs are outside. In the next couple hours, they'll be outside. Throughout the day, they'll be outside. At no point in time do I hide the dogs from the heat. Now, they do come back in the house and all that stuff. And the ones that are, out back, they have all of their shade and, all of that different stuff. But they get their times to get out and be active. They get their times to hit the spring post. They get their times to run the yard. It's a decent amount of land out here, so you can do a decent amount of things. But the one thing that's very, very true is that we don't hide from the heat. And if I have a dog that can't take the heat, I won't breed it. If I have a dog that can't get out there and it's 85, 90 degrees and they can't survive out there, I won't breed it, because I know that their kids aren't built for it either. Now I'm not saying that I treat my dogs badly or anything, and I made several videos about this, as far as the conditions go. You have shade, you have water, you always keep fresh water for the dogs so that they can have that. You have these things, but at the same time, we have to be to a point to where, you just acknowledge either my dog can cut it or he can't. You always provide shade and water, but most dogs can't survive out there. I'm not gonna say most, but a lot of these dogs can't survive out there with shade and water. My dogs have to be able to go outside. If it's 95 degrees, you have to be able to go outside. So when I'm sending you a dog, guess what I know for sure? In that dog's genetics, if you take that dog out on a long run, he's not falling out. If you live in a place where the temperatures get very high, dog's not going to die on you. I'm not saying to go sit your dog in the sun like a damn baked potato. That's just stupid. But when it comes to conditions, if you want the people who like to go to the beach on a sunny day, you know what I mean, take your dog with you. If you got it from me, because he gonna be out there on a sunny day, just make sure he got an umbrella and this little thing of water. He cool. You ain't got to get no red wagon. You don't have to get no special this and that and the other. That dog is built to last. This is the very highest principle of building an animal. You build the animal from the ground up. I don't care what that dog looks like. I mean, eventually I care what the dog looks like, but at the core, I need to know that this dog can survive. Right now, you know what I mean, the few puppies that are here, and there's more coming in daily. Just had a litter, but the puppies, before my puppies leave, I put them out in the sun. You know what I mean? Now it's shade out there. Right on my porch area, my patioed area. It's shade out there. But today, at 95 degrees, there'll be shade, there'll be water. I go out here, I put the puppies out there. I'm out there, doing whatever I do. I can keep an eye on them, but I'm looking. I'm looking to see if these puppies start to act like they want to, have heat strokes or anything of that nature when they have water with the little ice cubes in it and shade. Because if these puppies cannot handle the heat and shade with cold water, they are not of a quality that should be considered a show quality or a breedable quality, in my opinion. These are weaklings that would die in the wild. I don't think that they should be bred. I don't, and it's just that simple. And that's a more extreme version of it. But when we go into it, I see dogs that are passing out inside of buildings. That's just ridiculous, But I always think of my dogs as having to be able to, you know what I mean, perform at a high level, I don't want you to just be a dog that looks good. I want you to be able to run. I want you to be able to survive. When I send you, because most of my dogs go to pet homes, so even if you are a show quality dog going to a pet home, I don't want to get phone calls later that, hey man, the dog, fell out on me, or what's wrong with this or what's wrong with that. I'm not bragging, but I'm telling you the truth, that when I give people dogs, one thing I don't really have to ever deal with is people calling me back, hey man, the dog died on me and he was young. Hey man, feel free to ask the people who've got dogs from me. They will tell you. I don't send people junk that you got to keep on taking to the vet every now and then. That's because they're temperament tested, they're health tested, you know what I mean? They're condition tested. I do the condition testing. You know what I mean? But the vet does the basic health testing with their heart and stuff like that, not all of the extra. I think that should be done at a later age. But we know that if you're pushing out a healthy animal, most people ain't ready for that. Because if they had to face that reality in their program, they would be giving up a lot of money. It would be a lot of dogs that got put down. It would be thousands and thousands of dollars as they sell these dogs, sell these dogs for whatever they sell them for, that they would have to throw away, because if they were moral about what they were willing to put out there in the streets, 75% of what they're putting out there in the streets wouldn't be allowed. So that's my thing on the heat, you know what I mean? The dogs have to be able to survive in it. Whether it's a puppy, it's got to be able to survive in it. I'm not being cruel. Like I said, we create conditions that are, sustainable for a dog's life. Nice shade, good clean water. But can you make it, a decent amount of time in these conditions and just normal heat with shade and water? Can you make it in those conditions? If you can't make it in those conditions, to me, you're not a real American bully. But with that being said, damn dog sneezing. He might not make it, I don't know. But with that being said, you know what I mean? Much love to y'all, man. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all be safe out here, because it's ugly out here. And the Rona is trying to get us. Talk to y'all later. Peace.